tripod parking for a level position. Take 2. Jump! We're opting for this location because it's got more shade and you can feel the breeze and it's easy, and it's next to a giant pile of somebody's dumped ash. It's always nice. Abel's getting tickled by a leaning pine tree. Well, dragonfly for the win! Probably gonna have to... Abel will take that out. Oh, car wash on the solar panels. As DJ Pauly D would say, yeah, buddy!
Hey guys, it's been a while. As you can see, we're on another adventure, and I don't have a very good way to hold my phone, so you're gonna have to bear with me. Is that better? Is that, oh, there we go. Anyhow, it's about 90 degrees where we're at. We're somewhere in Oregon. I'm not going to tell you the exact location because the rangers love to watch this channel and write tickets and citations for motor vehicle use violations on Forest Service roads for whatever reason. But anyhow, we're about 6 hours from home, and this is a pretty neat spot. I call it the swimming hole because, well, let me walk over here and show you. You can see we're in a designated camping spot. There's a fire pit right there, although there are fire restrictions today. In the state of Oregon, no campfires for obvious reasons. Now, some of you may remember in an earlier Adventures with Abel episode, the location that we're at. This thing is almost full, and the last time we were here, it wasn't even close to being this full. So I don't think this water is very fresh. It's probably snow melt off, and there's no in and no out as far as like a river draining or anything like that. And on the other side of the berm here, there's a smaller version of this pit with water in it. And the last time we spent the night up here, in the middle of the night, there were all kinds of animals and all kinds of noises and sounds going off. So, but yeah, it's 90 degrees. I went for a 7-mile run slash hike to the top of that peak, I believe, and the top of that peak. There's some lookouts up there, overlooks, not fire towers, but anyhow, this is a 4th of July weekend. We haven't seen anybody else up here, which is great because we love getting away, and the only thing we can hear right now is the sound of the wind. And it's about 3 in the afternoon, and things are starting to cool off a little bit finally. So we're gonna hang out, probably watch some movies, and oh, I got something else to tell you here. I was gonna say, if you guys enjoy my channel and my build series, I know I don't have very many episodes in the build series anymore. However, I want to give some other YouTubers some shout outs, because I do watch what everybody's doing, and I know there's a lot of content to choose from on YouTube, but I want to give you guys some suggestions. Some of the awesome builds that I've been keeping an eye on. Neil VVT, he's got a good channel with some tips and tricks for maintenance, and he's building out a little shelter in S280, similar to mine but a lot more in depth. M1087 FMTV just got a hold of a M1087 A1R, so it's got the Cat C7 motor, which is the bee's knees of upgrades for these trucks, and it's an awesome desert tan color, so you're going to want to keep an eye on their channel, because I know they said they're going to include some content on that. Tim Roble, adventure.athlete, he has a massive expedition build going on right now, and he does an update usually once or twice a week on his channel. You got to check his build out. It's huge. I believe his box is 28 feet long, and the work he does is immaculate. Jeffco Builds, doing some pretty in-depth shelter building work and tile and composite Schluter board. Yeah, I remember that. Crazy, huh? He's got some good stuff going on his channel. And oh, of course, Broke Overland is doing a build out on his shelter right now on his 1079, and he's using 80/20 aluminum. So there's a variety of FMTV and LMTV channels to take a look at now. And I know there's more than that out there. I constantly see them come up in my feed, but those are some of the main ones that I've been keeping an eye on. I watch the videos every so often. One other thing I wanted to say is, if you're coming to the FMTV roundup with Helicool's helipad at his property up in Washington, Willow and I will be there. We're going to have Abel, we're going to have Overkill, and we're going to have Rusty. However, from experience doing the testing up there on his property, it's really hard on the rear differential, turning in dirt and mud and sand and stuff like that. So I don't know if we're going to be driving him around too much. I know it's really hard on that rear differential, and those are really hard to find if you break the one that you have. So we will have Rusty up there so that everybody can look at him, and depending on the conditions, maybe we will drive him around a little bit, maybe not, I'm not sure. But I hope to see you guys there. But as far as today's video goes, on the way up, we were having trouble again with the fan clutch solenoid. So shout out to Michael Bowen, who sent me a spare and the engine coolant sensor that turns that solenoid on. We swapped out the solenoid, and it's still acting kind of funky. So I'm guessing that the coolant temperature sensor is on the fritz. So tomorrow morning, I think we'll lift the cab up and get that replaced. It's pretty easy. Threads in to the top coolant pipe. But other than that, Abel did fantastic on the drive out. We were driving 62 miles per hour most of the way. Downhill, he'll get up to about 68. Pretty, you know, easy going. The RPMs at 62 are right at about 2,000, between 2,000 and 2,100. The motor's not screaming to death like it would if you didn't have, you know, the MRAP gears, the 307s. Some of the guys are getting 287s now, so that's the newest upgrade that a lot of guys are jumping onto. But I have the equivalent of that with 14R20s, so it works out pretty good. What else can I tell you guys? Oh, I got a new phone. You may notice the quality of this image is a little bit better. And apparently, I don't know if it's true or not, we're going to find out tonight, you can film video in the dark and it'll show up really good. I don't know if it's true or not, but we're going to test that theory tonight. So anyhow, we're going to relax a little bit, and I'll try to get you guys some driving footage tomorrow if we pick up camp and head to a different location. I do have Mavic with, and I've got the GoPro, of course, so I'll try to get you guys some footage. Morning, guys. Hope you enjoyed that morning footage of Mavic from Mavic. Looks like it's going to be another warm one today. The sun is just coming up. It's about 7 o'clock. It was daylight around 5 a.m. Slept really good last night. Not too much excitement over at the swimming hole, but we did hear a few animals. This morning we're gonna tilt the cab on Abel and replace that coolant sensor, and hopefully that resolves all of the fan control solenoid hiccups. One reason I think that might be the problem is because sometimes it'll turn on at like 190 and other times it'll turn on at 215. So, you know, that switch, that coolant temperature switch, controls that solenoid and when it's supposed to turn on. They should normally turn on at, you know, 200 or 210, I think, right around there. Some guys have a switch that turns on at 220. So, I mean, it varies across the board, but the fact that mine sometimes doesn't turn on at all is really concerning. So, yeah, let's get the cab tilted up and I'll show you the little parts that I'm talking about. Okay, so that's the sensor we're talking about. And as you can see, mine has a tie wrap on it. So these are the tools I'm going to use. 1.8" wrench. Here's the spare sensor. And I will probably spray some contact cleaner or something inside the harness there just to make sure that that's not the issue. But yeah, should be pretty easy to swap out, and yeah, I'll probably lose a few drops of coolant, but it won't be very much. It's hard to tell from the outside if anything is ever wrong with these. On other vehicles, I've had them go bad and they look totally normal on the outside, so that's no indication. This is the one that was on the truck. Reinstalled the other one, put a zip tie on it, and then cleaned up the contacts on the inside of that Canon plug there. So fingers crossed that'll fix the issue. If not, we'll have to look elsewhere. Here we are at the swimming hole, and there is some sort of fish there. Not very big, but pretty neat to see wildlife living in a pond here that's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Just enjoying the sun. This is the smaller of the ponds. And it looks like there's all kinds of wildlife over at this one. Dragonflies and birds. Pretty neat to see stuff like this. Willow was out scouting a new spot for us, possibly. We don't get any cell phone reception at all at this spot, so even with the booster we can't get any messages out. So maybe we're gonna pack it up, head to a new spot. Oh, Willow says we're loading her up, so apparently she scouted out a new spot for us. So Willow found a pretty cool spot here, but check this out. Let's see if I can get this guy in the camera frame where you can see him. Oh, it's making a run for it. It's a baby frog. I don't know if you guys can see that. He's headed back to the water. He's right below this rock here. There he goes, he's in the water now. He went in the water. So yeah, talk about a crazy lucky spot. This is about 5 feet deep in the middle. I already went in, and the water's perfect. And it's supposed to be 90 today, so this should be a blast. We have some cheap $1.99 blow up air mattress things that we can put in the water. Yeah, it should be pretty fun. Temperatures dropped, so Willow and I are on an evening walk.
time is it? 6?
7:15. 1914 to be exact. And I'm using the wide lens camera here to capture this.
So peaceful.
The sun did a little burn on me. I'm a little
Show them your thighs.
Look at how red I am.
Show them your thighs.
Look like a Washington apple. Look at this. A little bit dark.
Show them your thighs.
Oh, you got, this is Willow's favorite right here. You see, I got
delineation.
I got shorts on, and then you come up, and then ooh, a little lobstery, and then on this side, yep, very similar. Pardon the underpants, but yeah.
This is Lupin.
Willow's looking at
This isn't Lupin. This is something different. I don't know what this is.
flowers. Yeah, I don't. Flowers.
There's a
Plants.
butt sticking out though. That's cute.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.